everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Karen.
And I am Shane.
Today we have our lesson on our translation practice.
Ooh.
And what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I think we're just going to talk about living in the big city.
All right.
Yeah, like we live in a big city.
We live in Taipei, and Taipei is a big city in Taiwan.
Yeah, and I used to live in LA.
Okay.
In LA is short for?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. But I lived in the suburbs.
Oh, really?
In Los Angeles. So for me, living in Taipei City, it's a big adjustment for me.
Actually, for me too. I used to live in Toronto, but I didn't live in downtown Toronto. I also lived in the suburbs.
Yeah, so it's quite different living in a big downtown. It's very convenient.
Yes.
But it's so crowded.
And the pace is so fast, you know, like everyone is always rushing to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But transportation, loving it.
That's right. So
And
it's
then
really
convenience
convenient.
stores.
Yeah, it's convenient for shopping. It's convenient for transportation. If you want to see a movie or something, there's always things nearby. When you live in the suburbs, or even out further, what are those called? The country? Yeah.
The countryside.
You live in the countryside. I mean,
you have to drive usually if you need to maybe go get grocery.
Peaceful, but inconvenient.
Pros and cons. So how about when you retire? You know, when you get old, where would you want to retire? Like in a big city or in the suburbs?
I think somewhere close to the big city, but a little bit more quiet.
So you're kind of greedy, huh? You want a little bit of
I want it
both.
all. That's me. The kind of guy I am.
Right in the middle, okay? Between the big city and suburbs, right?
Yeah. Well, how about you guys? What do you want to do when you retire?
They're still young. They don't have to think about that.
Do you like living in the big city, or do you want to move to the suburbs? Let us know.
Okay, let us know.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Translation practice. Practice A.
While big cities offer more job opportunities and convenience, they are often expensive to live in. People in such places have to pay more money for products and services such as food and transportation.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm Hanny.
Welcome to this month's translation practice. Translation practice, the lesson that is all about one thing: translating Chinese into English. Hence the name, translation practice.
Very funny, but he's right. Today, students, you will be translating 4 sentences into flawless English. And Jeff and I will help you along the way. So let's get started. 今天要翻译的第一个句子是：尽管大城市提供较多的工作机会和便利性，但住在大都市经常很昂贵。那么主词是大城市，动词是提供。由于这个句子是在陈述事实，所以时态用现在简单式。
Okay, our first explanation for sentence number 1 deals with the words while and although. While, although. If the words while or although are found at the beginning of a sentence, chances are these two words mean the same thing. Further, if you see the words while or although at the beginning of a sentence, it is highly likely that there will be 2 clauses in that sentence, and that the second clause, or the second part, will comment on or provide an exception to what was stated in the first clause. Note, in Chinese, an equivalent sentence using these words might look something like this: although, comma, but, In English, though, the conjunction but is not needed. Use although or while and then end it. For example, although the young man studied hard, he still found the exam difficult.
虽然有认真念书，但他还是觉得这次的考试很难。好，我们要表达尽管、虽然，你可以用 while 或者是 although。那我们中文会说尽管怎么样，但是怎么样，或者是虽然怎么样，但是怎么样。可是，在把句子翻译成英文的时候，只能用一个连接词来连接子句 while, although, but。这些连接词啊，你只能选一个来用。例如 while it's an old car, it's rather reliable. 也可以说 although it's an old car, it's rather reliable. 还可以用 but 来讲，就是 it's an old car, but it's rather reliable. 虽然它是一辆老车，但它还是很可靠，相当可靠。Okay, we have covered the first clause of sentence number 1. Now it's time to deal with sentence number 1's second clause.
Right. There's an explanation to be had there, you see. They are often expensive to live in. Now here the presence of the pronoun they might be confusing. In this case, the pronoun they does not refer to a group of people of which you are not a part, to be clear. The pronoun they, instead, refers back to the subject of this entire sentence, i.e., big cities. The pronoun they is used to avoid repetition, and cannot be done without. You have to have it, okay? Further, this clause could be written in another way. That is, it is often expensive to live in them, in big cities. But don't get these two forms confused. As in, don't think that adding another pronoun like them at the end of the sentence, let's say, is necessary. Don't think that, don't do that, because then you won't be translating very well. Anyways, for example, though these shoes are comfortable, they are also quite expensive.
这双鞋子穿起来很舒服，但是还蛮贵的。好，我们要翻译住在大都市经常很贵。你可以说 Big cities are expensive to live in。不过因为前半句我们已经出现相同的主词 big cities， 为了避免重复，我们就改用 they 来代替，写作 They are often expensive to live in。好，那其中这个不定词片语 to live in， 它是当副词用来修饰它前方的形容词 expensive。那要特别注意的是，句尾这个介系词 in 是不能省略的。那之后你也不用再加上代名词了。好，来看个例句。The road is very dangerous to drive on。在那条路上开车是很危险的。好，那这边这个不定词片语 to drive on 就是用来修饰它前面的形容词 dangerous。好了，那现在已经学会相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子了。So the sentence could be:
While big cities offer more job opportunities and convenience, they are often expensive to live in.
Okay, translation for sentence number 1 is now in the books. That being said, we are not done. Let's keep on translating. 好，今天要翻译的第二个句子是，在这样地方的人得付更多的钱来支付产品和服务，像是食物和交通。好，主词是人，那要翻译在这样地方的人，你可以说 people in such places。那么动词是得付，这个得就相当于必须，那你可以用 have to 表示。由于这个句子在承接上一句，也是在陈述事实，所以时态用现在简单式。
Okay, let's take a look at another phrase. Pay more money for something. Everyone, to pay money for something is to spend money. It's to spend money while buying something. If you pay money for something, you buy that thing. That's kind of what you do. And that's really all there is to it. Anyway, the basic phrase, to pay money for something, can be modified. You can use words like more and phrases like a lot of with this phrase. For example, so you want a car with fancy features, huh? You'll definitely have to pay more money for that.
想要有一台性能好的车子，又希望有高级的配备，那你就得付更多钱。Pay money for something 就表示付钱来支付某物品，那么 money 前面可以加上 more 或者是 a lot of 等等的修饰语。例如 They paid a lot of money for their luxury furniture。他们付了一大笔钱来支付他们的豪华家具。好，那回到我们要翻译的句子，要表达付更多的钱来支付产品和服务，你可以说 pay more money for products and services。Okay, I have some good news, everyone. A break is on the way.
She's right, everyone. We'll be taking a break right after we discuss the phrase such as. Such as, ... this phrase isn't too hard to understand. The phrase such as can be used when providing examples of something and can be followed by either a noun or verb plus ing. And that's that, really. For example, students rarely like studying hard subjects such as physics and chemistry.
学生通常都不喜欢读困难的科目，像是物理啊和化学。那么 such as 常常用来举例说明，它的后面可以接名词或动名词，用来表达像是什么什么。例如 He has visited many places in Japan, such as Tokyo, Osaka, Sapporo, and Nagoya. 他去过日本很多地方，像是东京啊、大阪、札幌和名古屋。好了，那现在我们学会如何用英文来表达付钱，以及用 such as 来举例说明，现在就可以翻译整个句子了。So the sentence could be:
People in such places have to pay more money for products and services, such as food and transportation.
Okay, with that, only 2 more sentences remain.
Indeed, and we'll translate them after a break. But don't go away. We'll be right back with the second half of this month's translation practice soon.
Translation practice. Practice B.
In the future, we're likely to face energy shortages, especially during summer months. We should take some conservation measures, or we could face a greater energy crisis.
Welcome back. Hanny and I are here to finish up this month's translation practice lesson.
So far, we've translated 2 sentences. 2 more are coming up right now.
Right. Our third sentence is...
好，今天要翻译的第3个句子是：未来我们可能会面临能源短缺，尤其是在夏天的月份。那么主词是我们，动词是可能会面临。由于这个句子在陈述事实，所以时态是用现在简单式。
Okay, everyone, let's talk about the phrase be likely to verb. Be likely to verb. The word likely, okay, let's start by talking about the word likely. Here, it's an adjective. So, if something is likely to happen or occur, this thing could happen. This thing could possibly occur. Or this thing could probably come to pass. Because, well, the word likely kind of means probably. Okay, for example, students who study hard are more likely to succeed in life.
用功读书的学生，他们的人生可能比较容易成功。也可以说，认真尽本分而且用心做好每件事的人，可能比较容易成功。好 ，be likely to 加上原形动词就表示可能会怎么样。那其中的 likely 在这边是当形容词，表示可能的。例如 ，The typhoon is likely to hit the island. 台风有可能会侵袭那一座岛屿。Hey Jeff.
Yeah.
What's on your face?
I don't feel anything.
I mean, what is that thing?
This thing?
Yep.
This is my nose. Hanny's saying that I've got an ugly nose. It
No,
looks like
I
I've got
didn't say
something
that.
gross stuck to my face, but it's my nose. Oh, I get it. You wanted to talk about the word face because we're going to be talking about facing something.
Yep.
Very funny. My poor nose. Anyways, face or be faced with something. First up, here the word face is a verb and not a noun. And my nose is just fine. Anyway, if you face something, you deal with, you confront something, or you deal with something or confront something that is usually hard or difficult. Okay, by the way, notice that I just used the active voice there, okay? To face something is to bravely deal. To bravely deal with something or to confront something or to meet something or to handle something bad or hard or difficult. You're really brave and courageous. Now, as for the passive usage of this phrase, if you are faced with something, things aren't so good for you. if you're faced with something bad, you might feel helpless or as if there's nothing that you can do. I am faced with a bad nose, apparently. What a shame. Anyways, for example, the time is now. You have to face the music.
你该面对现实，面对你自己造成的后果了。我们知道 face 是脸，不过它当动词有面临、面对的意思。那Jeff老师说的 face the music 就是指某人犯错之后去面对自己的错误，做好可能会遭到批评或是处罚的准备。好，另外我们可以用 somebody faces something， 或者是 somebody be faced with something 来表达某人面对某件困难的事。那主动用法就是 somebody faces something， 这是强调说去主动勇敢的迎接啊，面对并处理，那它有正面迎击的语义。而被动用法 somebody be faced with something 通常是用来指无奈啊、不情愿或者是在被动的情况下去遭遇、面临某个困境。例如 The company is facing a financial crisis 那间公司正面临财务危机。好，再看个例句 He showed great courage when he was faced with danger 他遭遇危险的时候展现了莫大的勇气。What's with all the vocabulary coming up, Jeff? Never have I seen so much vocabulary. I can safely say that we do not have a vocabulary shortage right now.
She's right, everyone. The next two explanations are centered on vocabulary. Energy shortage. Let's begin this explanation by defining the vocabulary word shortage. The word shortage refers to a situation in which there is not enough of something. If there is a shortage of water, for instance, water is rare, it's hard to come by, it's hard to get. Now, an energy shortage is, you guessed it, a situation in which there is not enough energy. Electricity or whatever it is that is used for power is scarce or hard to come by. For example, when the power plant went offline, the city experienced an acute energy shortage.
当发电厂的机组无法运作的时候，那个城市面临严重的能源短缺。好，我们要表达能源短缺，英文可以说 energy shortage。其中这个 shortage 是当名词，表示缺少、不足或者是匮乏。例如 ，solving the problem of energy shortage will be a top priority for the new government。解决能源短缺的问题将会是新政府的首要任务，必须优先处理的事。Energy shortage. Jeff, energy shortage is two words, not one. Doesn't that make energy shortage more like a phrase and not a vocabulary word?
You've got a point there, Hanny. But don't worry. The next explanation will be all about vocabulary words and not phrases, however you might define the word phrase. Especially. Particularly. These two vocabulary words, by the way, are adverbs. Okay, one note before we use the word probably. Probably is an adverb, likely is an adjective. Make sure to not get that confused. Anyways, on to the adverbs especially and particularly. The adverbs especially and particularly can be used to single out, highlight, or isolate special or important things. To make things simple, the adverbs especially and particularly are used for emphasis, especially when trying to point out specific things. For example, the Canadian winter can be brutal, especially during the months of January and February.
加拿大的冬天非常非常冷，尤其是在1、2月的时候。那么 especially 或者是 particularly 也有人念作 particularly， 那这两个副词就相当于中文的尤其、特别，是来做强调用的。例如 He's interested in all kinds of sports, particularly football. 他对所有的运动都有兴趣，尤其是美式足球。好啦，现在我们已经学会所有相关的文法重点，可以翻译整个句子了。So the sentence could be
In the future, we're likely to face energy shortages, especially during summer months. Okay, it is now time to take a look at the final sentence of the day.
Yay! Right, let's take a look at sentence number 4. 今天要翻译的第4个句子是我们应采取一些节约措施，否则我们可能会面临更大的能源危机。那么主词是我们，动词是应采取。这个句子在承接上一句，所以时态也是用现在简单式。
Everyone, I have some bad news. You see, we have a lot of work to do for this sentence. A lot. So let's get right to it. Take measures or take steps. If we take measures or take steps, we act. We do something with the intention of achieving a goal. When we take measures or steps, we do things to bring about a change, to make a difference, so on and so forth. Now note, one note. In this phrase, the words measures and steps are often found in their plural forms. In fact, take measure, to take a measure, is not the same thing as to take measures. Anyways, for example, it is time to take drastic measures. We need to do something right away.
该是使用激烈手段的时候了，我们现在必须赶快行动，采取措施。好 ，take measures 或者是 take steps 就表示采取措施。measures 跟 steps 在这个用法当中都是用复数型，常常是用复数型。那么之后可以接 to 加原形动词来表达采取措施做某事。例如 The police must take stronger measures to reduce crime in the city. 警方应当采取更强硬的措施来降低这个城市的犯罪率。Okay, Jeff, what do you have for us now? More vocabulary, perhaps?
More than you know, Hanny. More than you know. Okay, first up, conservation. Conservation is preservation. Conservation is like keeping something safe, especially in such a way that future generations, can experience and enjoy this thing. Now, conservation measures. What are these? Conservation measures are the things you do to conserve something. That is, the things that you do to keep something safe, to maintain something, etc. For example, the charity's conservation efforts have been largely successful.
那个慈善机构在自然保育这方面的努力很有成效。那么 conservation 这个名词它可以指节约，像是节约资源、节水啊、省水。我们可以说 water conservation 就是节水，那么 energy conservation 就是节能。Conservation 这个字还有保护的意思，像是保护动植物、保护自然资源。那 Jeff 老师刚刚提到 preservation 这个字，意思也差不多。当我们要表达野生动物保育，你可以说 wildlife conservation 或者是 wildlife preservation。不过 preservation 这个字它还有维护保存的意思，常常是用来指维持某事物的原样，使它免于伤害，像是维护历史建筑啊，保存某个文化传统等等。好，那我们用 conservation 来造个例句。The conservation program is meant to prevent endangered species from going extinct. 这个保育计划的用意是要保护濒临绝种的物种，来防止它们绝种。Well, are my eyes deceiving me, or do we have even more vocabulary to discuss?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Also, I told you so. In a manner of speaking. Okay, or otherwise. The word or, everyone, is a conjunction. Or, the word or, is a word that can join two clauses or sentences or parts of a sentence together in such a way that they form a single sentence. Now, the word otherwise is slightly different. Okay, otherwise, the word otherwise, is an adverb that can function similarly to the word or. That being said, for this to be true, the word otherwise must be used according to some rules. First of all, the word otherwise must be used at the beginning of a sentence, after a period, that is. Or it can be used after a semicolon. That's like the period and then there's a comma under it. That's what a semicolon is. For example, we better do something fast. Otherwise, we'll sink.
快，我们得赶快想出解决方法，否则就要沉下去了。好 ，or 跟 otherwise 都可以用来表达否则的语义，不过两者用法不同。or 是连接词，可以摆在句中来连接两个句子。那么 otherwise 是副词。Otherwise， 它前方的句子可以独立，在句尾加上句号，或者是用分号把它们隔开。那至于 otherwise 后面的句子，我们则是用逗号隔开。例如 ，Zoe has to leave early, or she will miss her flight. Zoe 必须早点离开，否则她将会错过她的班机。好，那再看个例句 ：Get up right now, otherwise you will be late for school. 现在立刻起床，否则你上学将会迟到哦。Okay, everyone, we are almost finished. Not long ago, we talked about energy shortages. Next up, we're going to discuss energy crises.
Right. By the way, Hanny's right. The plural form of the word crisis is crises and not crises, which would just be weird. Energy crisis. Crises are not good things. Yes, by the way, yes, a crisis is a troublesome time filled with hardships and maybe even danger. During crises, action must be taken and important decisions often must be made. Anyway, an energy crisis is like an energy shortage, only worse. During an energy shortage, you might not have enough energy. During an energy crisis, though, things are even worse. You might be running out of energy while also having little or even no idea where your future energy will come from. And that's not a good thing. For example, an energy crisis will surely grip the world if the Middle East breaks out in war.
要是中东地区爆发战争的话，全世界就会陷入能源危机了。Energy crisis 是能源危机，那么其中这个 crisis 就是危机，它是可数名词，要特别注意它的复数形不是在字尾加上 es， 而是要拼作 crises， 念作 crises。好，例如 The country is facing an energy crisis， 那个国家正面临能源危机。好啦，现在我们已经学会所有相关文法，重点可以翻译整个句子咯。So the sentence could be
We should take some conservation measures, or we could face a greater energy crisis.
Okay, everyone, we're all done, but I sure do hope that this month's translation practice has helped you out.
Me too. But with that, we've run out of time. Yes, translation practice is now over, and it is time to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be back soon.
欢迎收看就爱讲英文，我是悠悠，
我是季安。
我发现今天公司来了一个小鲜肉，
小鲜肉，
他是谁？
我怎么知道？
应该是今天要报道的新同事的，因为公司好像有说有新人要来。
哦，
哇，那下午开会要那个正式要介绍新同仁喽。所以呢，自我介绍有点绕口了，可是我们要英文介绍有没有？
介绍别人。
对，那怎么说？
主席要做这件事情的话，你可以说 Please join me in welcoming 什么什么人 to the team.
Please join me in welcoming 某某人 to the team.
对，让我们一起欢迎某某人加入我们这个团队哈。
我们的大家庭哈。
Join me 就是请你加入我，一起做这件事情。Join me in welcoming 某个人，欢迎某个人到我们团队来。
那可是有时候主席也会说，让我为大家介绍这个新来的某某人啊，人模人样的人哦，来，请说。
I like to introduce to you， 跟你介绍一下。I like to introduce to you 什么人呢 ？Our new staff member， Michael 之类的。
OK， 好，
看什么人这样，让我为大家介绍我们新来的这个。他 Michael 前面还可以加一个职称嘛，就是什么什么人这样。OK， 所以 Please join me。In welcoming Michael to our team， 或者是我们刚刚讲说他加职称嘛，
什么部门的，对不对
？OK， I'd like to introduce to you our department's new designer,
Michael。
对，
让我为大家介绍我们部门的新设计师麦克先生。
对。那像这样的句型呢，其实在很多这种 任职的培训啊，或者是我们
都会这样用哎。
对对对，就是一般会议啊，有
是
新进同仁，我们就会介绍一下这样。
那你刚讲啦，这个培训会议，
培训会议其实
有没有
很多种嘛，对不对？那一般会介绍新人的哈，
对
有时候就是我们这个新人的会议啊，新人的这种训练，
对，
那个英文叫做 orientation。
orientation
orientation 除了是这个新进员工的训练之外呢，也可以是什么？那个新生训练，对对对，新兵训练也是，对新训中心哦，悲惨的回忆，对 orientation，OK。好，那同事呢？你可以说是 colleague， 或者是 coworker， 对对对。好，所以呢，如果你是主管，那就说啊，这是我们新的员工，你就可以说 new employee。对对。
可是我们要如何对员工表示善意呢？对不对？要新来嘛，我们不能一下子就好，你惨了啊！不是啊，欢迎。
一般对欢迎新人进来，我们只会说 welcome aboard。Welcome
aboard。
对 ，aboard 呢，其实就是在车上、在船上这样，就是飞机上 welcome aboard，对，欢迎登机啦，
欢迎上了贼船啦，
上贼船，我们现在是同一条船啦，
哈，我们要一起了
，welcome aboard，
对 ，welcome aboard，对，那我等一下要跟小鲜肉说，你知道
welcome aboard，
不是，欢迎，我们欢迎你，来看今天的 live
action。Well, before we start the meeting today, please join me in welcoming Mike to our team. He's our department's new designer.
Welcome aboard!
Would you like to say a few words before we begin?